Hey guys, what's up? Sorry I haven't been on for so long. Just been crazy busy with work, family, and all that good stuff. But I'm gonna continue my um, Halloween themed or horror comedy, horror itself reviews for this October, and this one's gonna be on Gremlins 2: The New Batch, released in 1990, directed by the same director of the first movie, Joe Dante, and stars Zach Galligan, Phoebe Cates, John Glover, um, Robert Prosky, I think it's how you say his name, Robert, um, Picardo, I think that's how you say his name, Christopher Lee, and Howie Mandel is the voice of Gizmo once again. So basically, this takes place in New York City, and Billy ends up having Gizmo again, and Gizmo unfortunately ends up getting wet again, and then other um, like Mogwais come about, and they turn into the evil Gremlins, and they basically take over Skyscraper in New York City, and Billy and Kate and other people basically try to stop the Gremlins and all that stuff, and that's basically the part of the main plot of the movie. Excuse me. And this one I've always liked. It's an underrated sequel. To me, it's really good. And this one is actually different. Different rating compared to the first one. The first one was PG-13. The first one was PG. This one's PG-13. And yeah, here's a spine in the back. Yeah, as you can see, it's PG-13 right there, and the first one, is PG, but back then, ratings were different. But like, if that wasn't the case, it probably would have gotten PG-13. Um, but yeah, and these are the other Mogwais that come to life after Gizmo gets wet, and they're all pretty funny looking. They're a lot different compared to the other ones in the first movie, but um, they actually are like a little bit more like creepy looking to me. You see, like the two here are like the creepy looking ones, and this one's like the silly one. And there's a picture of Kate and Billy and Gizmo right there, and I'll show you guys the disc art. And this is a newer released version. The original one was a snap case. It had like the front cover edged into like the disc art, which was pretty cool. This one actually had a rebuy. I bought this pretty recently at Barnes and Noble. They had this for a pretty good deal, so I figured why not pick it up. I bought a couple of other movies that day, as well as I bought this one. But actually, my mom bought me a couple other ones. But I bought I think it was like I can't remember if she bought me this one or if I did. I can't remember, but either way, I got three other titles along with this one. So, and they were like all 30% off. So like I figure why the hell not. Um, yeah, I've always liked this one. It's pretty cool, and also like it has the little like a Looney Tunes cartoon edged into it. Like you got the Bugs Bunny and Daffy the Duck in the beginning and stuff like that, and it's just really funny the little intro to it. Um, and the gremlins in this, like the actual like evil ones, actually look pretty awesome. Like some of them look a little bit better compared to the first one. I mean, like the gremlins look good in there, but like there's some of the gremlin creatures, like not all of them are exactly different, but there's some in here that are a lot different and more, you know, like evil looking compared to the ones in the first one, and other ones that are in this movie also. Like there's like this female one that has green hair and the lipstick and everything, that's always kissing on this one guy, and that like that part of the movie is funny. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, there's like the spider gremlin that looked pretty badass, and the bat gremlin was pretty awesome, and the brain gremlin is the one that is really funny. Like he's like the smart one, and he actually talks and stuff like that. Like I'd say he's one of my favorite gremlins in the movie, as well as the spider and the bat one. I'd say those are my top favorite ones, and same with the well, Gizmo's obviously like the best one, even though he's not evil. He's a good one, but yeah, I think the female one was pretty funny and stuff like that. And there was a scene where they imitated the Phantom of the Opera. I thought that was pretty funny. Um, yeah, and unfortunately, you don't see Billy's parents. There's no Hoyt Axton or Francis Lee McCain. That's pretty unfortunate. I was a little disappointed by that when I first saw the movie, but um, yeah, even Joe Dante, he prefers this more than the first one. I'd say the first one's the best, but this is a very good sequel too. So I know that a lot of people dislike it and say it's not as good as the first, but I think it's really good, and the special effects for its time for 1990 are pretty spot on. I still think it holds up today, and same with the original Gremlins. I believe it still holds up today, and I've always had fun with this. And I remember when I was a kid and I saw the first Gremlins, I heard that there was a second one, and I was like, oh boy, I was really excited to see this. And then I remember in a store that I used to go with my mom like every single weekend, they actually had to order it for us because they didn't have it in store, so they basically ordered it online for us, and we picked it up, and I watched it right away. I literally couldn't wait when I was a kid. And yeah, I've loved it ever since. I've always loved that cover art there. It's really cool. And it says on the top, "Here they grow again." I've always liked that quote. um, but yeah, growing up, there was always talks about a third one, but they've never made it yet. There is still talks about it. I'm still, waiting on it. But if they come out with it, whenever they do, like, I'm up for it. I also like the new Gremlins Mountain Dew commercial that's out right now with Billy and Gizmo, and he drinks Gizmo drinks the Mountain Dew, and the Mogwais pop out of his back and stuff like that. That's pretty awesome. I love that commercial. If you haven't seen that commercial, look it up on YouTube. It's very funny. But yeah, you got Steven Spielberg as the one of the executive producers once again. Kathleen Kennedy and Frank Marshall are also the executive producers. Jerry Goldsmith did the music. The music is pretty good. Like, the music is a little different compared to the first one. Like, the first one, I think, like, the theme music is way better. This one, like, the music in here is good, but not as good as the first, if that makes sense. And yeah, Christopher Lee is like this mad scientist guy who's pretty weird, and he does a good job. I remember being surprised of him being in there, because I wasn't expecting him to be in there, but yeah, like, it's nice to see the people back. Phoebe Cates, Zach Galligan, and Howie Mandel as the voice of Gizmo again. And it has some good special features, over 20 minutes of additional scenes. So there's deleted scenes, revealing making of featurette, which I've actually seen, and that's actually really good. Commentary by the director and producer Michael Fennell. I think it's how you say his name, and the trailer, and that's basically it. This is available on Blu-ray. I'd like to pick up the Blu-ray sometime. But yeah, yeah, like, I can't really say much about it. This movie is absolutely great, very funny. Like, this one is like more of a like horror comedy. Like the first one is, it's more funny than scary, but it's obviously scary for little kids. But it's really good. This one's always been a favorite of mine. And this DVD release was 2010. So, like I said, this was a re-release. But yeah, yeah, just great sequel. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Give it a chance. Let me know what you guys think of it. If you guys have seen it, let me know what you think of it. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Whatever it is, let me know. You don't have to agree with me. It's totally fine. We all have our different opinions and stuff like that. And yeah, so yeah, definitely check out Gremlins 2, the new batch for October. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.